What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Instructions for Humanity. It is your girl, your spiritual teacher, Tahira. You know I teach the message. We are all one in love. Grow with me, guys. Love with me. It's going to be a great ride. Y'all, click on that subscribe button. Help your girl out. Today, serious video. Y'all, why all these celebrities having their come to Jesus moment? Why they all trying to get it right at the 11th hour? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you guys about a vision I had. This was about a year ago, about Black China. I actually had a vision about several celebrities, and they were basically had the spirit of death hovering over them. And Black China was one of those people. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can get this lighting right. That part. Okay. All right, here we go. So Black China was one of those people. I saw the spirit of death hovering over her. And if you notice, she's been going through her transformation. She's been, morphing into, her true self, which she says is Angela White. She's been removing all of her cosmetic procedures. She removed her Baphomet tattoo. So she's saying that she's been in the church and she's had her come to Jesus moment. Guys, there's just more. There's way more than just her. So there's this tag going around online, from New Age to Jesus. From New Age to Jesus. Why is everybody trying to go back to Jesus after all of the years that they lived opposite life, so to speak, opposite life? Why are they having their come to Jesus moment now? Now, let me just start by saying, Black China, I saw her marked for death. I also saw the spirit of death hovering over Beyonce Knowles' head. Also to her husband, but more so her. If he leaves this earth, it will only be because they are connected. But the spirit of death is hovering over Beyonce's head, just as it was hovering over Black China's head as well. There were a few other celebrities that I saw the spirit of death hovering over, but I can't remember right now, but let's just focus on Black China. The only true way to get the spirit of death off of your head, the only absolute true way, is to have a clear heart space. Because our heart, beloved, is directly connected to our soul. When people say they sold their soul, it's because they turned their heart. They turned their heart against the divine, against the energy that is just and righteous. I don't care about no name of any God. You can praise any God you want to, but it's the energy of righteousness. When you turn your heart against that and you do acts that go against your heart space, which is intelligent, beloved, is your soul. When you do acts that go against your heart space, that is how you can, aka sell your soul. And also, it is also how you can save your soul. So I do not see that spirit of death hovering over her. She has changed at the 11th hour. But other people will not be so lucky, because I did a channel message, the 5-night stampede. There's a group of cosmic gods that are coming to clean up this earth. At the end of each age, the Satan energy returns and it cleans up the residual waste. If you've wasted your time in your life, if you've wasted your time, and let's say you've had 10 incarnations over the past 1,000 years, it's cleaning all that up. You brought all this negativity. The devil, the Satan energy, comes to collect at the end of an age. An age is a little over 2,000 years, beloved. This is the 11th hour. We are moving from the age of Pisces into the Aquarian age. This is the 11th hour. This is why people are having their come to so-called Jesus moment. They know all these celebrities, they study all this esoteric knowledge. They know what time it is. They know that at the beginning of an age, we get a height. The sun rises, sun S-U-N, but the sun, the goodness energy rises. It hovers over the earth. So that's that Christ frequency energy that will be in. But at the close of an age, the moon rises. The darkness comes to collect the souls that have been on the demon time throughout that entire age, throughout that entire over 2,000 years. That's the 11th hour. That's why people are having their come to Jesus moment. They know what time it is. The people that Satan has already outlined to take, they are already on the list. They are already, I don't know how Black China got herself off that list, but I don't see the spirit of death hovering over her anymore. So I can basically say that what she's doing it from a clear heart space. Now, there are other people out there trying to change at the 11th hour just because they know what time it is. It's not going to work for them. You can't do demonic things on this earth for thousands of years, hundreds of incarnations. And then now at the 11th hour, when you know that Satan is coming to collect what's his and just change, it doesn't work like that. But the only time you can get off that list is you have a change in the heart space. So that's why they always say, like, Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Well, you guys know I channel spirit, and I had a very candid conversation with the energy that is Yeshua Jesus. And it was funny because he was hesitant to speak to me. He told me that he's both sides of the coin. He is the Christ energy. He's also the Satan energy. These two energies are not people, guys. There's no such thing as a person. After you pass away, you're only a person when you have this 3D body. So he told me that he is both sides of the coin. So the Christ energy is the love frequency, and then you turn the coin over and you get the tough love, which is the Satan. The Satan comes to reap. It comes to get those souls, comes to clean up the bad cells, like we humans, our souls, we're basically cells in the body of the divine Christ of all. So it comes to clean up shop. So this energy was hesitant to speak to me because it was like, we talk real. It was like, sister, call me sister. Sister, you're telling people that I can't save, but I can save. This is what the energy of Jesus told me. And he told me that there are two kinds of people that he does save. He saves the ones who cannot save themselves. He saves the one who do not have the mental capacity to save themselves. So when you see disabled people, when you see people with mental disorders, when you see people that have been traumatized beyond a scope where they can function in their adult rational mind, those are the energies of the souls that he saves. So he told me, this is your sharp correction, like little like literally. Yeshua Jesus said, hey girl, hey sister, I'm gonna talk to you, but first I need to let you know that I can save. And he was a little offended by that. He was like, this is your sharp correction. But he was like, you are right, sister. You have to save yourself, because he said, although I save those ones who don't have the mental capacity to save themselves, what he told me he does with those souls, he says that he takes those souls and he basically wipes them like clean of all of that and basically puts them back in the game. So he recycles you back here, because you are the God expression. You are a particle of the divine source of all. You're not here to praise someone else. You are here to know that you are here to experience yourself as the all. You are part of the great mathematical equation that is source. You are here to basically go down and see if that calculation works. Does this calculation spit out good and righteousness? Is this calculation balanced for the entire source body and the entire omniverse that we live in? You cannot just give your power away, because you have a very important role to play here. You can't get out of it. And so he said, sister, you are right. I cannot do that for you. The only way out of this matrix is to understand that you are the divine. And so those ones who don't have the mental capacity, those are the ones, the only ones that Yeshua Jesus actually saves. But he doesn't save you and take you and put you in this place called heaven forever and ever. You do go to a place called heaven, but it's a holding cell where you learn, you study, you can study different time periods, you can see your life review and all of that. But it's only to come back down here so that you can take part in the creation story. You have to take part in your own creation story. You have to. Source creates out of the right side of us. That's what Spirit told me. You are to finish off the left side. You are to finish off the left brain. You are to create and build upon what they have already built upon. The circle of life. Creation never ends. Your creator has a creator who has a creator who has a creator who has creations. So you must also have creations. And those creations will have creations. So you cannot just be absent in this. You cannot just give all of your creative power away to a God and then that's it. No, the life would stop. If we gave all of our power away to a God, life would literally stop. Creation would stop, because you're saying that the power is all being exalted up. Nothing is being coming through you. Nothing is being created through that left side of you, that left brain that will have creations. So I hope, beloved, you can understand that. But that is what they told me. So who does this energy save? Like I already said, it's going to put you back in the game. It only takes you out of the life you're living because you don't have the mental capacity. You're not operating at all cylinders to win this game, to understand that you are the divine source energy of all. So children are not operating at full capacity. So it'll take children, put them back in the game, give them a better situation, a better upbringing, so they can grow to be fully functioning, healthy adults that will have the mental capacity to understand what game that they're in. Disabled people, and believe it or not, beloved, a lot of religious folks, because these religions are not of the divine source of all. There's no such thing as a religion. Anything down here in the 3D world is not real. We live in a dream state. We're dreaming right now. We're only projecting our thoughts down here to the 3D. The 3D is when things become physical, but on higher dimensional planes, you cannot be in a body. You cannot have physical things. It doesn't work like that. So a lot of your religions, they keep you dumbed down. They keep you on the 3D. They cipher your kinetic divine magnetism, your divine kinetic energy. They cipher it away from you. They cherry pick messages and they give you the things that will help them stay in power, because they want to play God. That is the whole thing. But these religions, they want to be God. They're going to give you those graven images and the white Jesus and all of these things, but that's just so that they can stay in power. So a lot of the religious people, that's why they always talk about going to heaven. You get recycled there. You are not operating out of the mind that you are the divine. You have to complete your part of the equation, but you're giving your part, and you are basically saying, no, Jesus, you solve it. Jesus cannot do that for you. I'm sorry. He can take you up to heaven. He can give you a new life script, send you back down here, but eventually you are going to have to do the work, because you are the divine. You have to do the work yourself. So a lot of religious folks, that's why they always go to heaven, because they were not operating out of their full mind capacity, because they have been dumbed down by their religions and their upbringing. So they don't understand that they have a very important role to play in this cosmic reverberation of love, in this vortex of love. That's what this universe is, the vortex of love. And so they outsource their energy and give it away to gods, but eventually they will have to become their own god, and that's how you ultimately join back with the source. So at the end of each age, the devil energy comes, Satan comes to collect. This Satan and Christ, they've been working together since the eons of times. It is not people, it's an energy. The energy of Christ opens an age. So everything's good and all hunky-dory at the beginning of the age. But as people go along, people start to show their true colors. The demon creeps in, the way of the world creeps in. They want to have and hold and touch all these material things. And then that's how they get caught up selling their soul and all of this. And on the 11th hour, all these celebrities understand what time it is. They want to get themselves off the naughty list. It's almost Christmas Day. It's basically Christmas Eve. You've been a naughty child. You've been cussing at your parents, hitting on them, spitting on them, embarrassing them out in public. You've been doing the most. The most. But guess what? On Christmas Eve, you're like, Mommy and Daddy, I'm so sorry for everything that I did over the course of the year. I'm gonna be a good little boy. I'm gonna be a good little girl. I promise. I know it's like 9 p.m. and my bedtime is in 20 minutes. I do want to wake up to all those presents, so I'm gonna be good for the next 20 minutes so I can get my goodies on Christmas Day. No, boo, it don't work like that. Like, seriously. Because guess what? All of the stores are closed. They can no longer shop for you. It's the same thing. You are already on that list. I don't know how Blac Chyna got herself off that list. I have to say she really changed, because she is no longer on that list. But I still see Beyonce on that list. The spirit of death is hovering over that girl. Something serious. But Blac Chyna, I don't see it no more. So she changed from the heart. This heart, guys, is so important. This heart can ascend you, or it can descend you. The heart is so important. You have to have a heart to forgive. That's why I always say forgiveness is the key. If you do not forgive, you will not be forgiven. That's the only how you can ascend in love, is a clear heart space. And when we ascend in love, that's how we ascend to our God state, to our source state. That's how we ascend. So they trying to, it's Christmas Day. It's at 20 minutes before bedtime. They want to get all of those gifts on Christmas. Because after the Satan energy cleans up this last, 100 years we have, as we fully merge into the new age, y'all, it's going to be a rebirth. And so we're going to be rebirthed into the 5th dimension. So I'm going to do another video about that. I have the day of when I actually crossed over to the 5th dimension. I felt the shift, and now everything has changed. But when we are birthed fully into the new age, everyone will be on the 5th dimension, because the earth itself is already upgraded. And so that's why there's been a cleansing out of these energies. And so a lot of the people who cannot radiate on the frequency that Mama Earth is already on, you cannot stay here. You won't be able to vibe with it. You won't be able to communicate. Like, the very earth, Mama Earth, is basically saying, hey, Satan, this person got to go, this person got to go, this person got to go. Add this person on your, you forgot about this person. This person keep littering and doing all this stuff to earth, and just taking and cutting down all the trees, and they just running amok. Take this person too. They can't go. They can't go. So they trying to get it right, because they know the knowledge. They have the knowledge. They know they only got about 100 years left. They know it's the end of an age. They know what happens to your soul. You weigh it on a scale. That's why they weighed it on a scale back in ancient Egypt. If your heart is light as a feather, you advance to the afterlife, to the goodness of the afterlife. But if your heart is weighed on that scale, scales of Mayat, I think it is, and your heart is found to be heavier than the feather, then that's basically how you descend. That's basically your you don't have a good afterlife. That's basically being in hell. Basically it's the same thing. So the heart is how we can change. You want to get off the naughty list, you got to change in the heart. For the people who is just lip service, who just saying that they apologize, saying that, that they're going to change, sorry, you still on the naughty list. Santa, Satan, same damn thing. It's the same thing. They've already told you what it was. I already told you. So that's why all these celebrities are having their come to Jesus moment. They have this knowledge, guys. They have access to all this knowledge. And so what happens is your soul gets dissolved at the end of an age. If you have, let's say you've had 100 incarnations over the past 2,000 years. It could be in this timeline or another timeline, or, you know, other dimensions. But let's just say that. And let's just say you weighed, because you get judged, so to speak. It's not a judgment where God is judging you. It is, do you fit into the expansion of where this universe, where the omniverse is going? That's what the judgment is. It's not somebody saying, well, you know, I know you had to support your family and you did this because of that. It don't have nothing to do with that, because, guys, in other dimensions, and I have a memory of another lifetime I had. I was an insectilian. Let me tell you how it works. On that particular star system where I lived as an insectoid, an insectilian, and I remember the way I looked. Let me tell you how this memory came about. I kept seeing grasshoppers, and I kept having dreams of huge, big grasshoppers, like massive. I'm talking 10 feet tall grasshoppers. Guys, it was disgusting. And I would be seeing grasshoppers all day long, and I'm like, what the hell? It's like they're trying to, and they would, like, when they would stop hopping when I came around, it's like they were studying me. They were watching me. I'm like, what is with these grasshoppers? And then one day, that's when the grasshopper sparked my cellular memory, and I saw myself as a huge insectilian. I was a grasshopper, like very massive. I was about 10 feet tall, but I looked like a grasshopper, and I could feel, guys, my skin was so thick, and it wasn't like scaly. It was very thick and just kind of bumpy. I can even see it now. And on that particular planet, I was the law. No, I was the law. You know how here you have a jury and you have different judges and you have different courts? No. Me as a singular being was the law. There wasn't any there wasn't any like, well, this person did this because of this, or they did that because of this. It didn't work like that. There was a law, and when that law was broken, that's it. It doesn't matter why you did it. So, and I'm trying to tell you, in other star systems and other dimensions, you don't get all these chances like you do here. There is a law, there's a cosmic law. And when you break it, then you get the consequences of that. And that's why you can feel certain things here, because we're still subject to the law of karma and all of those other cosmic laws, and even just the lay of the land laws. When you break something, you feel it. When you have, so to speak, done wrong to somebody, it comes back to you. Even though it's an unspoken law, we're all still subject to all of these laws. But here, the system, the law system that they give you, gives you a bunch of different chances. But it's not like that throughout the rest of the universes. It is not like that. So these people know. They know that they can change. But see, most of them think they can have lip service and change at the 11th hour. But see, they're still on the naughty list. They're going to wake up, and instead of presents, they're going to get a huge lump of coal in their stocking. So you can change if you change in the heart space. And it looks like Black China has done that. But the rest of these celebrities, they're trying to say, oh, I was in the New Age. But Christianity is the New Age, beloved. All this stuff, like, you know, the conscious people be talking, this stuff is old and ancient. This stuff is built into your DNA. This is just universal law. It precedes this earth life. So these religions are actually quite new when you look at the grand scope of things. So that's just what I want to say. Black China got herself off the naughty list. She must have really changed. Good for you, Angela White. And I can't wait to watch your story, girl, because I ain't gonna lie, you was a energy that I didn't mess with. I love you, girl, but I ain't mess with you. But now I'm like, you know what? I can support this. I like that. I like where you're going with this. So everybody just send out your good intentions, thoughts, and prayers and energy. Well, don't give Miss Beyonce no more your energy. She don't need no more. But just hope that she can get herself off the naughty list and she can change in the heart space, but because she's still on Satan's list. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave it right here for today. I'm gonna leave it right here. Ha! Another video in the can. But I love you guys. The birds, the bees, and all of the trees. They all love you too. Love is the way. Forgiveness, it's the key. And truth is the absolute light that will always, always guide us home. Be well, guys.